Good afternoon. Before I talk about China, I would like to talk about the tech world at large. If there is something the tech world loves, it's changes. According to Bill Gates, change at the speed of thought. Every 2 years, a new leader will emerge in the tech world, and many will fall by the wayside. You can think of bright shining stars like Yahoo, MySpace, and closer to home, Friendsters. Who will win the next tech war? We do not know. But will ITV change the way we view TV? Will Android and Moto dominate smartphone? And here is something very interesting. It's the latest issue of Fortune magazine, and it has Mark Zuckerberg doing a Chinese Kung Fu flying kick on. If you can zoom in on this. Can you see it? On Larry Page. Okay? So it's fast and furious. That is why Steve Jobs, the late Steve Jobs said to his staff, the price for victory is survival. Perhaps this is paranoia that has driven Apple to be the most valued company in the world. Come on, think about it. If I gave you an oil field, and a room full of iPads or iPhone, which would you have chosen? An oil field, apparently, right? So, okay, think about it now. Don't choose an oil field. Choose a tech company. And is it any wonder, okay, that they take so short a time to reach the 150 billion club, the elite club? Facebook is going to list next year, 2012. Today, this year, is already valued at US 80 billion. And how old are they? Anyone? Come on. How old is Facebook? Yeah, 6 or 7, depending, okay? Yeah. But point is, they are going to surpass Google, I think, to enter the elite club in less than 14 years. So we are dealing with very fast and furious changes in the tech world. I know that the tech is not a differentiator, but it is very fast and furious. I've chosen a picture of this to represent the fast and furious changes in China, digital China, the picture of a tornado. I've chosen it because I like the Chinese translation for the word tornado. Those who know Mandarin, 龙卷风. It's the wind created by the dragon. Dragon meaning China, the wind of changes. Okay, it's sweeping across the world. It's a global force to be reckoned with. If you have any reservation, think about this. Alibaba is planning or thinking of buying Yahoo, who used to own Alibaba, or it still owns Alibaba. All right? So, and if you are superstitious, next year is the year of the dragon. All right? So, this is what we are reckoning with in China. This is the Chinese Silicon Valley 10 years ago, Zhongguancun. If you've been there, okay, this is it's like a Funan Mall in Singapore where they sell computers. 10 years later, okay, it's teeming with people, traffic, and you'll find big players like Baidu, Youku, Sina, Sohu, and Tencent over there. And these are not small players. Let's have a look at where they are placed globally. Okay, of course, Google is a giant. Amazon is a giant. Tencent is placed third. Baidu is fourth. But depending on the market price, I think Baidu may have beaten us now, but never mind. Nevertheless, this is my show, so it will stay on it for now. Okay, just to give you an idea of how big and small, the largest internet company in China is. We have 16,000 employees. We have global offices. Well, you can see the countries over there and 17 offices in China. And we have a market cap of over $52 billion US. I spoke with some people, and I said I'm from Tencent, and they said doesn't sound like much. Yeah, it didn't have a very nice name to begin with, but it's just a translation of a Chinese name, Tencent, therefore Tencent. When I joined the company, before I joined the company, I also had doubts, okay? Yeah, but we are more popular known as QQ. Okay, you can mull over the figures. In the last 10 years, colleagues from China, Youku and Baidu has given you humongous figures, I've read the tweets on Greg Twitter. Everything is big in China, okay? So more big is on the way, okay? China is very hyperbolic. Nothing is done, with minor increases. But just mull over it, 500 million as Jing said, it's bigger than the US of A. It's 100 times Singapore. And this is only the netizen. We're not talking even the entire China. Sorry. Just in case you think it's a backwater internet country, you saw earlier in Yuku's presentation, it has 95% broadband penetration. 95% broadband penetration. That is more than that can be said for the US of A. Okay? So it is a force to be reckoned with. I'm going to just talk about 3 trends going on in China. I did not talk about Tencent specifically because there's so much to talk about Tencent because we're in search, we're in social networking. We also have a search engine with social networking. We have our own video as well. So just too much to talk about. So I'm just going to focus on some trends in China. Okay, this year alone, the e-commerce has a market size of US $74 billion. Think about that. Yeah? Okay, I'm going to go through every of this story, if you bear with me. Starting from the left, that is the size, that is 10 times the size of what Walmart collected last year. And there are 180 Walmart stores, okay, in China. Humongous, isn't it? No brick and mortar, no stuff, no bags, okay, no queues. Yes, you can sell cars in China on e-commerce. And that is why Colin is very worried about Adidas. Okay, you can sell cars even online. Amazon, who is going to be laughing its way to the bank as the biggest retailer in the world, has made its intention very clear in China. It's removed the Chinese partner's name. So what can be clearer than that? Okay, get out, I'm in. And it has even made Jack Ma eat his own words. We are an e-commerce company, we'll never do logistics. And now they're investing millions and millions in logistics because it's so lucrative. Why has e-commerce taken off? Internet as an enabler has helped e-commerce a lot. Firstly, you have a lot of prices to compare with, and the Chinese loves a bargain. Everyone does, but the Chinese loves it more than the rest of the world. Okay, so that's why e-commerce has taken off. Logistics is very cheap. You can get any parcel delivered to you, say from those who are living in Singapore, from here to Changi, for just 20 yuan. That's $4. Okay, that's so much cheaper than taxi fare. Would have taken you $15, I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, that is why e-commerce has taken off. Okay, this is very interesting. In just one day, look at how much sales they rake in, $820 million, and this just passed. Okay, 111111. Okay, 11 November 2011. Okay, we celebrated this in Singapore with the Singles Day, but this Singles Day has been going on in China. It's just that this is the most auspicious with all the ones lined up together. So over five times the sales in the same day of last year. I can only put it up to. It's also a bit of a marketing technique in there, but I also think that it's retail therapy is because the Singles Day is for those who are singles and not married, so they're very lonely. So retail therapy helps, yeah. Oh, okay, I jumped on too fast, but anyway, the second trend is social networking sites. About 40% average time spent on social network. We operate the biggest social networking site, Tencent, Qzone, and QQ. QQ has 700 million active users, meaning to say that active users, they went on QQ, in the last 1 week, twice. Why is it so, why do they spend so much time on social network? I can give you 2 reasons immediately. Number one is because it's a very regulated country, there isn't many avenues to express oneself. So this is where you express yourself, how discontented you are with whoever you may be. Number 2, since 1980, there has only been a one-child policy. So imagine growing up without a sibling. You need a lot of, it's very lonely growing up just as a single child, so you just want to connect with more people. So that is the reason why so much time is spent on social network. You look at the growth, starting from the left again on Tencent microblog, Tencent Weibo. It's grown 200% in just first half of the year. We've got 200 million users, and it's changed already. It's old news already, even though this slide was done about 3 weeks ago. Okay, and not only do we have lots of users, we have very active users. You look at how many tweets went up during, over the demise of Steve Jobs. Look at the figures between Twitter and Tencent Weibo, and I haven't included Xingnan Weibo, and this is already so much difference. So we have very social and active users, and finally, this is also an idea of how much is being spent online on social media. Okay, I've got 2 stories on my blog. Very quickly, very interesting story. Okay. This is a story of a government official whose career was terminated because you can't. Those of you who can read Chinese, it's actually an exchange between the official and his mistress over where to meet. Okay, he thought it was a SMS between himself and the mistress, but unknown to him, it was read by the whole world. Okay, so be careful if you don't know technology; it's going to bite you. Okay, I'm just going to read to you, what it says. Is this hotel good enough? Yes, it's good. Okay, I will get the key over to you. Why don't you wait for me? Okay, then the mistress said, I don't want to go and collect the key from the front desk. Okay, and okay, I get it and I send it to you, and boom, there goes his career. This is on the right is a very famous banker. He wanted to leave his wife and elope with his mistress. So he said, there are just too many phone numbers to dial, too many emails to send. So Weibo will do it. I declare to you, I'm leaving my wife and I'll be eloping with my mistress. Okay? So you see 2 extremes. Okay? Not catching up with technology and using technology, to declare to the whole world what he's going to do next. All right, he has since come back from his elopement. Apparently, it didn't work out. Okay, mobile is big, as we heard from our colleagues. It will surpass PC user in 2013, so that's 2 years from now. Drawing the figures, especially the one on the right, apps is really big, in China. And then, have you guys heard of the fake iPhone store, Apple Store in China? Anyone? Okay, you have, right? Okay. So, but this is the real one in Sanlitun, okay? But look at it. China is Apple second largest market, and it has only 4 stores versus 245 in the States. And so you can imagine the queue every day. Security is always very tight, Recently there was an incident where, people fell onto the glass panel and it broke, it just smashed to the ground, and so they had to put it back together, So this is so, just give you an idea of how advanced the market is and how big the market is. And that leaves me with my last 2 slides. Okay, this is, I think, known to the whole world. that digital media is on the rise, especially so in China. And as marketers, we cannot ignore digital marketing, even more so in China. But if you look at first to the fifth-tier city, the penetration rate or the usage pattern is pretty similar. Okay? But don't run away thinking that they're all the same users. They are not. It's as different as Italy is from Greece, is from Eastern Europe. There are different usage patterns. And so these are the things that you need to know when you are threading the China marketing landscape. And to help you along, we have published a paper called Virtual World Real Trust. It is about behavior and attitudes from China first to fourth-tier city. So you need to know how your users are using digital media before you can win them over. And I've only brought 5 copies with me. So whoever sees me first will get these 5 copies. Okay? All right. Do I need security? Or maybe you don't want to, okay? But anyway, come and see me, and I will give you, these books. Okay? And that's it. Thank you all.